obviously, man, there's so many different versions of this story, but I want to hear it. And I think I've heard it already,
Yeah.
but how did you get the name King Uprock?
Well, Little Dennis and his brother, right? Little Dennis was a DJ from Little Dave, right? And his brother, you know, I can't remember his brother's name, but Little Dennis was the one that threw the contest. It was at Yellow Sunshine, Bushwick, over there, right off Jefferson.
It was
a club called the Yellow Sunshine.
And did it have anything to do with the band or?
No. It was a club just called Yellow Sunshine.
They called it, okay.
So in 1980, February 23rd, right? The 23rd was a Friday, right? Let me make sure I got the date, right? It was February the 23rd, right? So February the 23rd was a Saturday. 2 days after that was my birthday.
Okay.
So I'm in my boy Carlos' house with my boy Lucan, my partner. He was my uprock partner. So we were early. It was like, yo, what are we gonna do? St. Barbara's was having a jam, a rock contest, right? So they was like, yo, the guy Carlos, which he went to 162 with me, he was a good guy, but he always wanted to, you know, like back then, a lot of people wanted to be Danny Boy.
Yeah.
A lot of guys wanted, like, you want to be that person. He looked up to me, Carlos, this guy named Carlos, right? And so we used to call him LTD, Long, Tall, and Doofy, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, he goes, oh, let's come to my house, let's chill for a while, and then we go. Oh, all right, well, let's go. We go, we start eating, you know, buy Chinese food, we eat in his house. So he goes, yo, I got a gun. I said, come on, Carlos, you ain't got no gun, bro. He goes, oh, I got a gun. I'm like, all right, show me your gun. He figures because I got one, he wanted to have one.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, but it's my father's gun. I said, oh, you told me you had a gun. Now you say it's your father's gun. Me and Luke can look at him like, yeah, all right. Like, I think he's scared to touch a roach.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna touch a gun?
Yeah.
So he brings his 22 gun. I look at it, I go, Luke can go, that looks like a toy. I said, okay, I say it's metal, but I don't see, how you put the bullets in? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to open it up.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you press, you know? I'm like, this is not a gun. He goes, yes it is. I said, you can't even open, how you supposed to put the bullets? The revolver has to open.
Okay.
Next minute he goes, oh, you want to play Russian roulette? So he didn't even know that in the chamber there was still a bullet.
So he was trying to play it just on some like.
He didn't know it was loaded.
Okay.
He didn't know there was one
So
bullet
he was
in
about
there.
to play Russian roulette, like fucking around.
Yeah, like bugging out.
Yeah, bugging out.
So we said, okay, fine. I go, nothing. Luke can go, nothing. Somebody knocks on the door, boom, 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 right? And he goes, oh, put the gun back. I said, put the gun away. I just threw it on the sofa, right? I just left it there. I was like, I thought it was, maybe his father didn't have keys or something.
Yeah.
It was somebody sitting there looking for somebody, had to go upstairs. He goes back, he goes, where's the gun? I said, I threw it there. He gets the gun, he goes, I go, man, why you want to play a game that, you thought that, he goes, you guys are, this is what he said, you guys are crazy. We like, why? You thought I was going to play? He goes, I didn't think you were going to play. I said, well, you want to keep playing? When are we going to leave?
Yeah.
You know? And then he goes, let's play one more time. I go, all right, make you happy, let's play. So I go, you go. He goes, no, I went. I said, no, you didn't, because they knock on the door. So Luke can go, yo, Rob, just do it again, so let's get out of here. So I go like this, right? And then I go, and nothing happened. I said, yo, man, I'm tired of this game. I'm not playing this game no more. I threw the gun on the floor and said, pow, it caught me.
Oh, shit.
Caught me right in the neck, right? I didn't know. The only thing I saw was a flame.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, and it said, pow. So he goes, oh, sweat. So Lucan goes, yo, Ralph, you're bleeding. I said, yo, Lucan, it's not time to play. Let's get out of here. Oh, sweat. And I didn't know. I thought it was like a cap gun or something. He goes, yo, you bleeding. I said, Lucan, I'm not joking around. He goes, look, you're bleeding. And I go like this. I go, holy sweat, I'm bleeding. So I'm on Jefferson, all the way over here on Jefferson, near Troutman. Over here in between Knickerbocker and Irving. I lived all the way on Madison, right next to Bushwick High School. So I'm like walking.
So did they graze you?
No, it went in.
Holy.
So I'm like, oh man. So I'm putting pressure. I'm like, oh, the first thing I'm thinking, my mom's gonna kill me. I'm walking. I see these two old ladies. They see me bleeding. They're like, somebody help him, he's bleeding. Well, I thought they were going to think I'm robbing her. So I started to run. When I started to run, yo, more blood started coming out.
Of course.
Now I ran like 3 miles all the way home. I got home, all my clothes were blood. I put my clothes in the washing machine. My mom was next around the block with my aunt. They was having like a party or something.
Yeah.
And
so you didn't go to the hospital?
No, I was scared, bro.
And it was
in there. It kept moving.
It went in entryway to the neck?
Right here, where the little dot is at. I have a little dot.
Damn.
And it kept moving and moving and moving and moving. And missed my artery. I mean, if I didn't go to the hospital. But what happened was the cops knocked on the door. And they're like, "Are you Ralph?" I'm like, "Yeah." They go, "Come with me. You got to come with us." I'm like, "Going where?" They said, "Put on clothes." I said, "Go where? Why are you arresting me for?" "Oh, you said you got shot." "No, I didn't. Why are you bleeding?" "I was shaving." No. Put on clothes. I had to put on clothes. They rushed me to White Cove Hospital. Luke went around the corner, told my aunt's house, told my mother what happened. And I just said to myself, "Oh man, my mom was gonna kill me." Now my mom didn't want me. My father didn't want me to go out.
Yeah.
He told my mother, "I don't want him going out. I'll be back. I don't want him to go out." My mom said, "No, go ahead. Do it." I let my mom down.
Yeah.
You know, because
yeah.
now I'm supposed to be in a dance contest. What I'm doing over here, playing with guns.
Exactly.
You know? So I told my mom I was not going to play with guns. Nothing. I was not into no.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the hospital. And that day, Danny Boy wins the contest. I heard like a couple days later. And then 2 weeks later, it was like on March 2nd, they was having a contest by Little Dennis. Who's the #1 uprocker? They're on the rock contest. Whoever shows up, who's going to be the #1 uprocker, like to be the best of the best. So I told Luke.
Where was this? Where was this?
At the Yellow Sunshine.
At the Yellow Sunshine. Okay.
So I told my partner, Luke, "Yo, Luke, after I'm in the hospital like a week or something, I said, yo, you got to go to my house and get clothes." "Get clothes for what?" "Yo, I'm going to the rock contest." He goes, "Ralph, you crazy? You just got stitches." I got 844 stitches, bro. Look, you can see it. All the way dumped inside and out. 844 stitches, bro. All right, fine. I told him, "Yo, you don't get me my clothes, when I get out of here, I'm going to stab you." "Oh, no, you're going to stab me?" "Okay, I'll get your clothes." So he got my clothes. That March 2nd, Saturday, he comes with the clothes. I wait till like 9 o'clock. Put the clothes on. Head up. I'm on White Cove and DeKalb. Hit down, all the way down DeKalb, so I hit Bushwick, come down, and bingo, I go to the place. First thing Danny Boy looks at me, I'm all bandaged up. He's like, "What are you doing here? You just got shot." I'm like, "I came to win this contest." He goes, "Yo, you crazy, bro." Danny Boy told me, "You crazy, Ralph. Yo, Ralph, you need to go back to the hospital." "Nah, I'm not going back." "Ralph, you need to." Everybody's telling me to go back. I said, "Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to die here, but I'm going to win this contest because I'm tired of being the guy behind. I want to be the guy on top." I went to the contest, and I'm dancing. I had to dance with Danny. I'm Danny Boy. It's like 4 people. So I'm dancing, and you could go to this guy, that guy. Danny Boy's there with his partner, Tony, Black Tony. And I'm like just going off on everybody. I'm winning this thing. And at the end, it was me and Little Dave. And I knew that in the past, Dynasty was supposed to battle Little Dave, but then Little Dave and Danny Boy and Carlos talked about it, and they squashed the battle because we were supposed to battle in Cornelia and Irving. Little Tito from Junior Dynasty was throwing the rock contest. We were supposed to have the battle against Little Dave's versus Dynasty. The only one we had to worry about was Little Dave, really. Yeah. I didn't think I knew the other Little Daves. I didn't think they were that. We didn't have to worry about them. The juniors, I could have took them, I think, But Little Dave he was the man. He had a big name. Especially he's a first generation, so you have to respect that. Yeah. And he was good, at this time. So me and Little Dave, we go at it. They put Life on Mars, my favorite record. I don't know if it was not his favorite record. And I was the winner. Man. And my partner, my boy told me, "Ralph, you won. I said, "Yeah." He said, you got what you wanted. You always wanted to battle all these guys because you battled Rocky Nelson, you battled this guy, you battled that, and you beat them all. All the first generation, you kept going for them, and you beat them. I said, "Yeah, now I'm the king." And he goes, "What?" I go, "I'm the king." I said, "You know what? I'm going to change my name to King Uprock, no more RC." And that's what I said. I changed my name because I beat the best.
So from that point forward, you just dubbed yourself King Uprock.
I tried to tell anybody, RC, no, I'm King Uprock. I'm King Uprock. Wow. Because I was stubborn. Everybody would tell you, Ralph he really thought he was the best. I used to tell him, well, yo, I could beat this guy. I could beat that guy. I could beat them. Watch, you see, I'm going to beat them. I get them in the dance contest, I'm going to beat them. And I was doing it. I was like a fighter saying I'm going to knock out, I'm going to clean the division.
Yeah.
I was cleaning the division.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
But you know, Danny Boy, I have to say Danny Boy was a big part in building my experience with Carlos and even Rocky Nelson, even Little Dave, even the guys. You know, I don't want to say it like it's I beat them, is something. It's that I accomplished a lot from them that made me who I am so that I could keep their legacy alive.
Yeah.
That, you know, and I tell people, I learned, I got good because of those guys were good.
Yeah.
I didn't get good because of scrubs. I got good because I danced good dancers, man. And I danced the best of the best. You know, I didn't dance rubber band. I met rubber band back in the days. I never danced against rubber band.
Speaking of the best, I mean, sorry to cut you off. Who do you think in that era was your best battle? Like a battle, that person that gave you the hardest time?
Diana from Dynasty.
Really?
Yeah.
Diana from Dynasty.
Yep.
What was it about her that gave you such a hard time?
Well, my boy Robert Torres and my boy Lucan, we was at near 86 Park. And we was buying, like going, because they live on Knickerbocker, top of Pizzeria. You know, Manny's family. That's Manny's sister. She was in my class also. Okay. Manny's younger. She was in my class. She was the first Dynasty girl. So one day, you know, Robert, who lived across the street, was always saying, oh, Ralph said he's the best, he's the best. I told him you were the best. So for some reason, they kept talking so much that we wound up dancing, because we had the radio with us. I was supposed to carry a radio. Records or radio, I had either one. So I had my radio and we danced. And let me tell you something, she was catching me, burning me, and I was burning her. It was close. Because I know I'm the first one who did the triple jerk.
Yeah.
If I didn't catch her with that triple jerk, I think she would have beat me. And I wasn't gonna live. I was not a happy camper.
Yeah.
But she gave me a run for my money.
And this was just on the block.
Yes, just on the corner, just battle. Wound up battling.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Was it because of that you guys put her in the group?
No. She was in Dynasty way before.
Okay.
But she had a big name. Diana from Dynasty was. Do
you know what she's up to now, or?
No, I mean, I've since I came back and brought rocking back, she's done some stuff. She's been in magazines. She did a couple shows for BCAP with me and Break Easy and all of us. But she's doing her own thing. But we was in school together. Even though I don't know why she was in the band, she didn't play no instruments. But but she sweetheart girl, and Jeanette and Millie and Olga. We had a good Dynasty girl crew, man. The girls were good, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
I wish there was a lot more women. I mean, we have a good selection right now, but I would love to see a straight up 12 women.
Let me tell you something. Those women you didn't want to see, because a lot of guys were scared of them.
Because they put it on them.
Oh, and
yeah,
they were
pride a little bit.
They were like tomboys type of,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they wasn't. They were dancing like dudes, man.
Yeah.
And there was no. You couldn't say, "Oh, I'm gonna take it easy with her." No.
You gotta get it in.
You better go for yours.
You gotta get it in.
They were coming. They were hungry.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Touch of Rock had girls too.
Yeah.
They were good too. There wasn't too many groups that had girls. Nasty Rockers had girls. And then some of them became Dynasty, but Diana, top of the line.
Top of the line.
I gotta take your hat away from her.
Yeah.
She's the best, bro.
Yeah.
To my eyes, maybe other people see Break a Leg from the Rebels. There's other old first generation rockers, like Little Dave will tell you about Break a Leg, Apache, and those guys will tell you about her and some other girls, right. And Millie and some other girls. But I'm talking about the time of where the crews came out. Diana was the one.
Yeah.
She was it, bro.
Dope. All right. So let's go into everything. Kind of dies down. People go to work, Job Corps, military, jail, normal life now. Historically, when we speak about rock, people credit you for being the one to say, let me go back into the neighborhood, let me go see what he's doing, let me go see what she's doing, let me go see what this person's up to, and let's try to develop this again. What was your mind frame at that time, and what gave you the idea to go back and try to find these people to try to kind of bring it back again?
Well, what happened was,
And what years was this going on?
I would have to say in the early 90s, I was still DJing. Like I said, I was still dancing.
Okay.
I think, I don't know what year was it. I wanted to do a jam, like an old school jam, like an uprock thing, but everybody was telling me not to do it. And I was like, yeah, but, you know, it would seem nice to see who's older to come back and do it. So at the time, I was working on trying to do it, and then I met Charlie Uprock. Now, Charlie Uprock's son used to practice with my son and some of the kids, because, like I said, they were called we lived on Hancock Street. His ex-wife lived on Hancock Street. And his son was learning how to break with my son. So they became the Hancock Breakers.
Okay.
Because they were from Hancock.
Yeah.
So I was trying to bring the breaking back through the kids. So I guess Charlie's son was like, oh, I'm doing this dance. And he's like, who's this? Who's that? Ralph, Dynasty.
Did
I
you
want to talk to
Did you
him.
know Charlie Uprock previous to that?
Never heard of Charlie
Okay.
Uprock.
And Charlie Uprock's from East New York, right?
No, he was from Fort Greene, they
Fort
said.
Greene, okay.
So, but he supposedly knew people from Williamsburg. I don't know. So I'm like, so his ex-wife tells me, oh, my ex-husband wants to talk to you. I said, talk to me about what? Oh, he wants to know about the rock because he said he danced and all that stuff. So I met him one time and he's like, yo, you're from Dynasty? I said, yeah. He goes, do you know where everybody's at? I'm like, yeah, I know where everybody's at. I could take you to everybody's house. He's like, I said, well, why? He goes, oh, because I want to do a rock contest. I said, yeah. I said, I'm planning to do a rock contest. He says, well, I'm doing this rock contest. It was near Woolhall somewhere. And at the time, I guess he knew Burns and Forrest, right? So him and Mike was kind of like, you know, they were doing I don't know if he wasn't doing nothing with rock. He just wanted to do a rock contest.
Okay.
So I went, first time I meet Burns and I meet Forrest. And I met...
Forrest Get 'em Gump?
Yeah.
And when you say Mike
was original incredible rocker.
Okay.
Really, Charlie Uprock was rock with style.
Okay.
So he tried to make it called incredible rock. He tried to put the two teams together. So they did a rock contest somewhere in High Court. They did a rock contest somewhere like near Woolhall. But it was like maybe 2 or 3, like 5 to 10 people. The DJ had no rock song. He was playing Planet Rock or something. I was like, yo, that's not rocking. So I went home. I had a car. I went home. I bought a couple records. I said, yo, play this. You're going to play this. You're going to play. I marked it, you know?
Yeah.
So I said, yo, who's here? There's no rock. Let's see who comes in. Nobody showed up for the rock contest. Right? So after that, I was like, yo, so what are we going to do? He goes, whoa, not too many people came. I said, damn, this was a good experience because I was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And you did it. And I was going to do mine a couple months ago. Lucky I didn't do it. Maybe because the location where it was at. Okay. It was like a winter. And plus it was winter.
Yeah.
So I said to him, listen, so I get first place trophy because I'm the only one who signed up. And you got the other guys, they don't rock. So I'll rock you for the trophy. Let's rock, number one.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I can't do that. But I'll give you he wanted to give me a trophy. He gave me second place trophy, right? So when he gave me second place trophy, I'm like, why you give me second place? I'm first place. I'm the King Uprock, dude. Yeah. He goes, oh, well, I want to say the first place trophy so we could try to do it again. Maybe we'll do it in Bushwick. I said, nah, but you got to give me first place. I came here, I paid my money, and I had to bring records.
Yeah.
You're not giving me my money back. Give my money back then.
Exactly.
So I was like, nah, I'm not taking first. I'm not taking it. I don't want it. I said, yo, do me a favor. Don't call me no more.
Wow.
So at the time, my wife was my girl. He came and he asked his ex-wife, she said, oh, she tells him, oh, that's Ralph's girl. And he came and he gave her the trophy. He said, tell Ralph that I'm sorry, King Uprock, that I want to give him the trophy, but just to take this as thank you for helping me out. So when I came to visit my girl, like, she told me, oh, this guy, Charlie, said to give you this. Well, I don't know why you take this. I don't want that. I didn't win second place. I should have got first place. Not my fault. Nobody showed up. So I said, listen, I gave it back to his ex-wife. I said, tell your ex-husband to take this trophy, but I don't want the trophy. I didn't take it. I didn't want the trophy. because I didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
I came, I don't care if I'm the only guy, give me first place then. Give me the money or whatever you got to give me. You understand? But I had pride. I was not taking second place.
Yeah.
I didn't win second place. You know what I'm saying? So then from there on, Charlie tried to reach out to me and stuff, and then everybody was like, oh, give him a chance. He's a nice guy, whatever. And I'm like, all right. But then I got St. Barber's, and that's because that's where I was going to do the jam. So I made St. Barber's a practice place because I met Breaks Crew.
Okay.
Doing interview for Stress Magazine, and I met Whacking Them, and Whacking Them was from the neighborhood, and then they wanted, like, yo, we want to learn how to break, boom, boom, boom. So I was like, all right, and then that's when we started to teach Breaks Crew, and you know, and that's how I got down with Breaks Crew.
Okay, so you're going back to the old neighborhoods. You're looking for people. I mean, you know where they already are, but you're getting in contact with them. What was your mindset though doing it? Did you see something to say, yo, what are they doing over here? We need to preserve what we're doing, or was it like, what was like your mindset? What sparked it to make a comeback like that? You know.
What sparked it was, even in '95 or '96, I went to, which I got the picture. I went to Rocksteady Park.
Okay, and that was the one.
The year before that one, I didn't get to go because my mom was in the hospital. The next one, I promised I was going to go.
And that was the one that was at the handball court over there in Columbus?
Yeah, Columbus.
Okay.
And I went. So I'm there, and I see Kenny. And I say, yo, Kenny, you know who I am? He goes, nah, who are you? I'm like, I'm King Uprock. I used to be Mr. Nice because that was my breaking name.
Mr. Nice.
Mr. Nice. I didn't use King Uprock for breaking. So I said, I'm Mr. Nice. He goes, I said, dynamic in the house. So I had brought Kid Freeze with me and everybody. So we went that day, whatever. And he's like, nah, whatever. And Barbito was there. Barbito Stretch was there.
Yeah.
And I started to uprock in the circle. Yo, everybody was like, backed up. Like, who is this? Yo, Bushwick is in the house, bro. Battle anybody. Anybody. And Kenny was like, oh, you from Brooklyn, blah, blah, blah. We talked a little bit. I'm like, yo, I'm not here to talk. I heard last year y'all had a rock thing here. I didn't get to come. I'm here now. I want some. You guys got to show me you rockers.
Okay.
That Beach Street thing is cut off. This is the real deal here.
Okay. So you did it more so on
a revenge. I came there for revenge because I was tired of reading magazines, people saying in a way that Kenny was a great rocker. I'm like, he's a great B-boy. He may rock a little. I'm not saying that he tries to rock with his style, whatever, but he's not an original rocker.
Okay.
There's a difference. You may rock. You're not original for my time. You're not. And if you are, there's only one way to prove the test, the dance floor.
Okay.
And that's what I went for. I went there to show and prove that Bushwick was the best.
So for you, the reemergence of rocking, or you kind of going back into the neighborhoods, getting people, was a mission to show rock supremacy.
Because everybody in the Bronx was always talking about hip hop in the Bronx. I'm like, yo, but what happened to Brooklyn?
Yeah.
What happened to Flowers, Memoria, Plumber, you know, the Disco Twins, New Sound, there was a lot of DJs from Queens before the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? There was Brooklyn DJs before the Bronx. Let's get it straight, bro. You know, we're all together. New York City's supposed to be together. Yeah. But it became where, because the Bronx took it to that next level worldwide with Bambaataa, I think with the Soul Sonic Force, it's like they want to take all the credit and leave all the Brooklyn DJs and Queens DJs and Manhattan DJs out of the picture. And I thought, man, that's not unity then. Yeah. Where's unity? You say love, peace, and unity. Where's the unity? Yeah. You got peace, yeah, you got love, but where's the unity? Yeah. You're not giving us no respect.
So it was a respecting few.
So to me, it's like, well, if you're not going to give us respect, we're going to take respect. And that's when I got Mr. Loose. And Mr. Loose I said, yo, Loose, we're not doing no breaking. We're going to do strictly rocking. You down with me or what? Yes, I go. Let's go. And we went, and he was the guy first with me all the time, Mr. Loose.
So what was I could imagine, like, okay, the 90s period is coming back, the reemergence of
the rebirth of the rock.
Yeah, the rebirth of the rock. But at the same time, breaking was kind of making a rebirth in itself too, right?
Well, it was making a rebirth because honestly, there was really no events unless you went to Zulu Nation. And when you went to Zulu Nation parties, because they're the only organization that never stopped doing jams.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a strictly breaking or uprocking jam.
Hip-hop.
It was just more like rappers and blah blah blah. A little guy, they'll play little breaks, people get down, but it wasn't like it wasn't
dedicated.
It wasn't big.
Yeah, it wasn't dedicated.
Until Brace Crew, I worked with Supreme Beings when they first started. I met Jigs and all of them. They'll tell you the story. Yeah. I worked with the original Ready to Rock before Phantom was even Ready to Rock. I worked with Dynamic because even Glide called me and K1 to go all the way Long Island to some gymnastic place to go and work with his son Kid Glide and some other kids that they had from Dynamic to try to bring Dynamic back up. Yeah. And because my name was out there. Ralph still breaks. He still up rocks. You better call him because he's the only guy. He's the only lunatic out there doing all this stuff.
So you're trying to keep it alive. You're calling people from the neighborhoods. You're going to whatever you can go to try to make this thing. How was the people receptive to you? Were some people looking at you like, yo, what's this dude doing? Keep that somewhere else. Were some people like, oh, what's that? Like, teach me. Like, what was the reception to you coming to these events and with Mr.
What was with the Dollar Jam starting, and then later on helping London with?
But not the Dollar Jam. I'm talking about you, Mr. Loose, whoever else was with you, going to other people's stuff and just rocking, going in.
Oh,
how were people reacting to you?
They was like, where these guys are from? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's this style? Yeah. Like, they never saw nothing like it. It was something they saw was classical. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nice. We like that. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? They saw flavor, dancing,
But was you receiving hate? Was you receiving...
No, I wasn't receiving hate at the beginning because we're trying to build something back in the city. Yeah. Like I said, if I didn't build the Dollar Jam and the St. Barbara's Jams and everything, and then later on I helped London with Battle of the Borough with Speedy and Back to Mecca, and then I helped Lucky Strike, rest in peace, with his event, and then a couple years later, The Point came out. Okay. And Leg started doing The Point, and us going to The Point. Remember, if nobody's dancing, you can't throw an event.
Yeah, there's no event.
Now, if I got 100 kids and you got 100 kids, and this guy throws an event, now the event grows, and now other kids want to get in. Exactly. So that was the research, that was the rebirth of, I think, Brace Crew, Supreme Beings, all these guys, bringing it back to New York City to build it up. The Ready to Rock, everybody, Dynamic, all of them coming up, bringing it back. X-Fiends, they coming back. Everybody coming back. That's why it is what it is now. Yeah. Because we had to plant seeds to these young brothers. You know what I'm saying? And when Supreme Beings asked me, would I teach them? They asked me how much, and I said for free. They looked at me, for free? I said, yeah, I teach for free. Then they came to my practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 93. I had over 200 kids in my practices. Free practice, come in there and learn how to break. If you didn't know how to break, we teach you how to break. Then later on, Break Easy, and I got some other old school guys to come, and they helped out. Yeah. I got Fast Break, I got K1, I got Shock-A-Lock. I started getting old school guys to judge. Okay. So then to make things happen. Now everything happened years later, 20 years later. Everybody forgot who planted that seed to make it grow this big. Now everybody's kicking me to the curve. I'm still the only one who does kids events. Because remember, Brace Crew and those guys were kids. And when they got older, and I couldn't do it, I really couldn't do Dollar Jams no more after like a certain amount of years, 15 years or 16 years. Because my mom, I lost my mom, and I had to take a break. Yeah, yeah. Anthony, Karate Anthony, he decided he wanted to take over it, but he didn't want to use Dollar Jams, so we came with Kids of New York, and Kids of New York's birthed out. And then from Kids of New York came Kings of New York. Yeah. And King of New York, and then Rule would just come to my place, practice, and I met Rule, and we worked out with Rule and everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so it was a circle game, still building, but I came back a couple months later, I got back in with the Kids of New York, and help, Rule, if anybody else wanted to help. There was other people who had events. They used to call me, I'm going to have this B-boy event. Can you come and help me out? Yeah, I'll come and help you out. This is what you need. This is what you want to do. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. They got the place, got the judges. We started, stirring the pot, putting more vegetables in there, Yeah, yeah, yeah. And When I got offered to become the Olympics, I talked to somebody about the Olympics. They found me because they found me that I was the only guy that does kids events. You go Google it, Kids in New York.
Yeah.
Right? Then once I think Cross won and K, that's what I heard. That once these guys got all involved,
okay,
I got kicked out. I was no more part of this Olympic judging thing because the big names only took over.
Yeah. I mean, which is bound to happen sometimes. So you're going to these events, and I've seen a couple of them in the videos. There's one where it's a big cipher, and a guy jumps out someone's head with his hand, palms his head. There, there's a battle with you and I believe Elliot Ness, where he's going to the floor, but you're rocking.
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking, saying like, yo, I'm just gonna rock? Like, whatever you do, I don't care. You're gonna break.
Listen,
you're gonna do this.
Could I have break against Alien Ness? Yeah, but I wasn't at that peak anymore that I had before. I couldn't do my air tracks.
Yeah.
I wasn't, I didn't practice it no more.
Exactly.
So once I knew that Brace Cruz, Supreme Bean, all these guys can do it, it left me a space to say, just focus on rocking. Because I didn't have to do it no more.
But that time, when you was rocking it, really like pushing rock hard, that's why I'm really trying to get a sense of like how was like the mind, like did you ever feel like, you know what, people aren't really digging this? Like, did you ever want to give up? Did you ever?
Not give up. There was a time, but not at that time because
not at that time.
Because the thing was that I look at it this way: a lot of people who didn't really like it or knew about it but didn't want to be involved because they knew that dance was hard.
Okay, yeah.
You can learn.
It's harder than it looks.
I think you can learn more breaking faster than you learn how to uprock. Popping, you could always wave, or you could learn how to tick. Locking, you can always point and do all this stuff. But rock is a straight kumite type of thing. No bell, no rest, strictly going at it for 3-4 minutes. Okay. And people's like, that's not me. I'm not doing that. I don't got the stamina for that. I don't have the time to learn this dance because I'm already peaked at breaking. I'm not going back to this because this is going to take a long while. This I got to do underground 2 or 3 years and then expose myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When people were, Alien Ness and all the guys, they were great b-boys, breakers. They had their peak, man. They was at their peak. They were trying to take breaking to the next level and doing great things. Me battling Alien Ness was just to show people like, okay, he's good at that, but I'm good at this.
Yeah. So it's a style versus style thing.
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, I tried to burn him. He tried to do things to me, but it's part of dancing.
Part of dancing.
But at the end of the day, everybody got to see, wow, this guy can rock.
Okay.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to embarrass no Alien Ness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we have our little time, we had conflict between each other. And today we love each other, brother. You know, and I'm glad for that because unity. It's all about dance. It's really not personal.
Exactly.
A lot of people bring personal things involved to the dance.
Okay.
That's why the dance dies.
Yeah.
And that's what made it die in the '80s. The personal feelings and the stealing from each other. Because we're crew members, and I do a show, and we all do this. There's 5 of us, and I get $10,000, and I say, yo, we only got paid $1,000. I give everybody $200 and pocket the rest of the money. Now, as a crew, how you going to trust me?
Yeah. It's not a good look.
A lot of the managers for the crews was robbing the dancers.
Yeah.
You know, that's why a lot of guys, you will hear a lot of guys don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this crew. You know, talking about this day, my manager.
Yeah. We hear the stories.
It got really sour.
It got real sour.
Like today, I'll be honest with you.
So moving into that era, and we could jump back and forth. Do you feel that people overlook your accomplishments and your achievements when it comes to what you've brought to the table with dance? Do you feel like you get hated on?
Well, yeah, in a way, yeah. But you know what's another thing? You got to think about it. If you hate on me, why are you trying to be part of it?
Okay.
That's how I look at it. I took a negative to a positive.
Yeah.
If you talking so much crap about me, that all the work I've done, the money I put in, I worked 2 jobs, and you can ask a lot of the guys, man. There was nights driving. I worked 2 full jobs, 6 in the morning to 12 midnight, sometime or 11 at night. Then go out dancing.
And then go straight back to work. And
in the morning, I would go home, just shower, just to go to work. You know, Then taking time off with my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
You know, that was another big thing. That's when I stopped, you know, later on as my kids are getting older, my wife's like, your kids are growing, you're not there for them. And my kids are first, you know, so I had to lay off a little bit. But my thing is, where were all these old school guys that claimed they were rockers? Where were you? MIA, 20 years, you coming back, something I asked you 20 years ago, maybe to be part of, you told me no, it's not worth it, no money involved, you didn't want to be part of it. But then you come back 20 years later when you see there's a bigger process, there's more people now rocking, like yourself and everybody else. Countries are dancing, Russia, Poland, China, Japan, Korea, everybody's dancing. Oh, I can get a free trip out of this. I can make some money out of this.
Okay.
But you didn't want to do the hard work and helping me build it when I asked you. Where were you?
So do you take issue with some people who have come back within, let's just say, the last 5 years, decade maybe, that are coming in and like, what do you take issue with the most? Do you take issue with the fact they're coming back and they're dancing, or do you take issue with them trying to discredit your history?
They're trying to discredit my history, one, and two, they didn't pay the dues. Okay. Why should a guy 5 years, whoever he thinks he is, or claim, or she claimed that she was so good, or he was so good, when Little Dave, you got Danny Boy, you got Gary, white boy Gary from Junior Dynasty, you got other guys from back in the days that helped me build the Dollar Jam, helped me judge, helped me do so much to build what it is today, and you just come back, lie to people, say that you were the best of, oh, I don't know when you were the best, and then you're getting free trips and making money, but you want to, step on your own brothers from Bushwick that you know you wasn't the best. That, to me, shows me that you are a snake. Because if you have respect for, like me, if you would let's say you was a rocker, and you was rocking so long, and you brought rock back, and people say, oh, you want to rock? I'll be like, oh, let me talk to Vitamin. Honestly, this is who I am. You're Vitamin, they're asking me how to rock. I mean, what you want to do, because you brought it back. There's guys like Noel and a lot of other guys, when they talk to them about rock, they go, wait a minute, they'll call me, yo, King Uprock. They're telling me about rock. I'm like, who? Oh, and I'll tell them, listen, all right, I'll listen to what they say, and then I'll say, listen, do your thing. You want to do it, whatever. No, but I want to know if you want to be part of it, because, and that's how they tell me. They tell me, it wasn't for you. This dance will not be alive. And I said, but I didn't do it because of me. I did it because the love of what it did. This dance saved my life, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People don't understand. I could have been in jail. I would have been dead, man, hanging around with the gangs and all that. I could have been a different life. Yeah. This dance saved my life. I made money from DJing. I never made money from, in the beginning, in the 80s, dancing. Yeah. Only like contests, $200 or $300.
Exactly.
But I didn't get the chance to travel around the world. I didn't get that chance. But now I got the chance. And now I got the chance to teach other countries a culture that we did in Bushwick.
Yeah.
And that's my goal. That was my goal.
So when you see someone stemming off of what you're talking about OGs and discrediting, what is the issue, or why is there so much of an issue about who the founder of Dynasty was? To me, this seems like a big issue of contention. This is something that Chuck has brought up so many times. What does that have to do with what's going on, what you're doing, all the things you've done? Why is that such an issue, and why does that matter so much? And what do you have to say about that whole situation? Why do they even go back and forth with you like that about that?
See, that's a good question now. Now the answer is, if you look at the beginning, how did Chuck get involved in this dance? I'm the one who spoke to Bushwick Joe, who Bushwick Joe spoke to him. They met at the school I used to work at. I was the custodian at IS 77.
Okay.
And we were there in the auditorium, which Tiny Love was there, and we interviewed them, and they said something, whatever.
Yeah.
And they was like, wow, we can't believe the Rock is, Rock came back so many years, you brought it back, and this and that. Everybody was with me at the beginning. But when they saw that I had lead weight, they wanted to cut my weight for some reason, to either control it or make me feel like I'm a liar, or make me say, let people know that, he wasn't who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, Carlos from Dynasty is the founder, bro. He thought of the name. He liked the name. He thought of the name. That's him. We became DJs, then we became rockers. Okay? Danny Boy was there. I respect all the people from Dynasty, you know? But nobody in Dynasty, nobody in Touch of Rock, nobody in MTC did what I did. I had the vision to bring it back. And I took a chance and I did it.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Everything I do, and I want to accomplish something in life, I do it. I want to accomplish my sprinkler, standpipe license. I went and got my boiler license. I got my fire license. I got stuff because it brings money. I'm going for my refrigeration license. You think I care what somebody else wants to say? So why was you my friend in the beginning? Why you didn't debate me in the beginning when you was with me?
Yeah.
Why you wait for so long and now try to make me feel like I'm alive? I thought you appreciated in the beginning what I was doing. That shows that those guys, they're rats. Those are rats. Because you were my friend in the beginning, and now you want to go online and talk bad about me. But then, if we do like back in the days, yo, let's go outside one-on-one, let's go. Oh, I don't want to fight you. Why not? Now it's personal. Because you're trying to hurt me. I put a lot of money into this, whether you believe me or not. I put a lot of money. You didn't put no money into this. You didn't put thousands and thousands of dollars to buy trophies, to even pay some of these guys $50, $60, $70 just to judge because I know they could use the money.
Yeah.
Renting the place, putting free food out. That costs money, bro. I don't got sponsors. You know this. None of my sponsors like that.
Yeah.
Everything came out of my pocket. I worked for that. So, you know, then you're gonna talk about my family. That's what killed it.
Yeah.
You know?
So is it a thing of trying to discredit your history?
Yeah.
Is it more personal than that?
It's discredit my history,
And
they could feel like they can go to them and believe whatever.
And it culminated to, you know, a battle that was shrouded in controversy, which was the battle that was in Russia. Mm-hmm. What happened there? What was that beef stemming from with you and Papa 774?
Well, the thing is,